was always told I was beautiful. Well, specifically, I was cute. Such a pretty daughter. My goodness, they could not get over my beauty. I would thank them shyly. Most of the time, the gratitude was pulled out of me by my mother. I never fully believed them. How could I? It was nice to hear, but it obviously wasn't true. Beauty was bouncy thin curls or long straight hair and everything in between but nothing beyond. Beauty was soft hair you can braid in class while the teacher read 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. It's 1 dainty nose, 2 pink lips, rosy red cheeks, and sparkling blue eyes. All of which I had none. So when I developed my first crush in the 2nd grade, I knew there was no way he'd ever love me back. I didn't have the bouncy thin curls or light blonde locks the others had. My hair couldn't be taken out of its stiff braids to be played with. My nose was too flat, too wide. My eyes were the color of dirt, just like my skin. But time moves on, and regardless of whether I liked my body or not, it kept growing and growing and growing until one day at my regular checkup, the doctor had something new to say. I heard it over the next few years in its various forms. Overweight. BMI too high. A little over the average for her age. Unfortunately, I was smart enough to understand what it all meant. Fat. Too fat. And this was the same time I began to learn what really matters in life. Not just good hair or a pretty face, but 1 big butt, 2 not too big, not too small boobs, 1 flat stomach, 2 hips, wide enough but not too wide. And so I didn't matter. And I tried and tried so fucking hard to please the doctor because nobody wants a stubborn patient. To bring peace to my mother because nobody loves an ugly child. To be included. No one likes the awkward fat girl. And so I played all sorts of sports, went to all the practices, and yet the scale wouldn't budge. What was wrong with me? Until finally, I felt things beginning to change. My face became skinnier, my pants became too big, my sweatshirts became a little bit more oversized. Finally, I was beginning to matter. I was beginning to emerge from this abyss of self-hatred and dysmorphia. Until it stopped. I'm sorry, truly, I'm sorry. I know you want this story to have a happy ending, but I never made it. No, not fully. When people tell me I'm beautiful, I know they're lying. They're just being nice. I know it isn't true. How could it be? I know some say that outward beauty isn't important and that looks don't matter, but it obviously does. And those who don't think so are clearly the beautiful ones. I know because I know what life is like without. Like a black hole, it's suction pulling at you despite your attempts at confidence and self-love. Claws of self-loathing just grasping onto you. And even if you sometimes manage to rip out of its grasp, its scars remain an ever-present reminder. Because how can the moon explain to the sun how it feels to not shine? How can the mouse explain to the lion how it feels to not roar? How can the stone explain to the rose how it feels to not blossom? They'd never understand. I know I'm supposed to fight this somehow and overcome, but how can you emerge from a dungeon that's been chipping away at your entire life? I really wish I could offer you a message of hope, but how can a lamp shine if it's lost its light? How can you generate hope from the hopeless? Maybe you think it's stupid. It doesn't matter. Or the classic, everyone is beautiful in their own way. But for us, the unbeautiful ones, we live in a world of people who don't understand because they are the ones that are celebrated. They are the ones that are loved. And so for us, well, for me, I sit in the background and wait until the day I fully fade away.